Today we are talking about Tavern Master. So, let's start. Your way to a huge tavern with hundreds of customers a day begins with a small, poorly lit room housing a back counter, a couple of awful tables and benches. The only thing you can offer your customer is a mug of water and of course a beer. The choice is certainly modest, but as practice shows, visitors are not picky and agree to such a meager assortment. However, in the future the game promises us the ability to build a tavern on several floors, create halls for ceremonies, dormitories and spacious rooms with breakable food and drinks tables. In particular, I will talk about the economy, staff, the quest, the problems in the game, and the new features that would definitely improve the game. Our main task is to build the tavern of our dreams, and to do this we need a lot of gold and coins. We can earn them by selling drinks and foods. Once the game is released, there will be another way to earn money, guest rooms. In addition to this, some characters in the game can get the tips and they are rather decent. Of interesting features, it can be noted that your employee can set any salary that you are not able to pay them. They will of course be immensely happy, but we'll talk about this happiness later. At the beginning of each day, all employees are paid automatically, which can cause you to start the day in deficit. If you can close your debt to your employees by the end of the day, you simply won't pay them to the next day, and they will have to work a shift for free and you will be forced to bring your balance to the plus side. So talk about research. The game has a research tree. In the prologue we only have access to the first tour, the kitchen, lemonades, an extra waitress and extra guest. Further into the game, however, it becomes possible to create a restroom in the tavern, build additional floors, purchase large assortments of drinks, and hire an infinite number of staff. All staff members have three indicators: speed, salary, and unique skills. Accordingly, the higher the speed, the faster the staff perform their duties. I think we don't need to talk about the salary, but we will talk more about the unique skills. They are available for all types of the staff, of which there are three in the game: bartender, cook, and waitress. At the same time, the properties are very similar to each other. For example, the waitress can get tips for serving drinks or foods, and the cook can get tips for cooking. As strange as it may sound, but yes, in the game you can tip one customer twice. This is what leads to the fact that sometimes tips make up large portion of your revenue. There are properties that allow you to attract more customers to a tavern, or properties that allow employees to lose their happiness score slower. Another unique property is getting double experience points. Each of your employees has a level, so to speak. Work experience, the higher is it, the more salary the employee demands, but always the faster he performs his duties. If the salary is too small, the staff will be upset, and when it becomes quite unhappy, will decide the next day to write a letter of resignation. Among all of the employees, waitresses stand out. They are the only ones who can be given additional option for their duties. That's it. We can give different waiters different tasks. One can deal with drinks, another with food, and the third with only clean. A word about guests. There are not too much to say about them. Their main function is to come, order, eat, drink and leave. We cannot interact with them in any way. However, we can already understand in four kinds of rarity, apparently from the wealthiest to the nobility, but this information does not give us anything yet. At the same time, how elite guests will come to us depend on the food. The better our chef cook, the rarer guests will come to us. As far as I understand it, this is only a parameter that affects the rarity of guests at the moment. In addition, you can absolutely say that the guests will not sit in a poorly lit room. Even street light won't help us with that. Moreover, even if your tavern will not have one wall, guests will still come and sit at the table under the open sky, but only if there will be some kind of candlestick. I, as someone who played a sim, immediately got the idea. And what happens if you close the guests in a room and not let them out? And the waitress in the same, so they are nothing. They just sit in their seats for the rest of the day and then disappear. No screaming, no begging to mercy, nothing like that. Conclusion. In general, I have talked about all available information about this game. Now I want to share my thoughts and make conclusion. I like the game and soon on the broadcast I will pass it completely. The game has a lot of potential, I think, and now a lot will depend on the developers. Will they be able to bring it to the life and implement interesting ideas?